Welcome back, puppies. Well, excuse me. I'm going to try something with this cloak. I'm going to try to apply a wash, and then I'm going to come back and redo some of the highlights on it because I don't like the way that it looks. I don't know if that camera will pick that up, but he has one highlight there on the inner part of his cloak that just doesn't look right to me. It's the area between the dagger and his torso there and thigh. Oh, I guess it helps if I get it on camera where you can see it, eh? And I like, because my highlights aren't too much. I mean, there's a nice transition, a nice smooth transition between the highlighted area on the cloak and the areas that aren't highlighted, and I like that. I like the smooth transition, but I just think there needs to be a little bit more contrast. So I'm going to play around today with an idea of using a wash, which I actually just put a wash on their face, so I use washes quite often. Different approach. I'm going to take a black ink wash. I'm going to put a drop here in a bottle cap. And the reason why I do this is because my experience has been some washes, particularly like these ink washes from Vallejo, which I won't be using. Well, I guess I could use one today. Why not? It's been a while. I was going to use my Army Painter, but I think I'll go ahead and use this. But I know these washes will actually bleed through the parchment paper in a wet palette. I'm just going to come in here in the creases. Try to only apply the wash. Yep, see, I already messed that up. I'll have to come back in and touch that up probably. Or maybe not. Maybe I can blend it out. So far, so good. Kind of like the way that it's turning out. Now here we go. This is the one I was concerned about. I wanted to fix it up a little bit. Alright, much happier what's going on here. Sorry for the silence, I'm concentrating. Okay, much better. So to get a flush look, I have a whole nother video about this, so I'm going to go ahead and throw it in this video too. I actually like this stuff. I've got another color from Vallejo that's very similar, but I just seem to kind of favor this right now. Secret Weapon, Purple Heat. Just put a small drop on the wet palette. And then I'll mix it in with the tap water that's on the wet palette. I'm taking just a little bit more excess off there. Got a little too much on that one cheek. Soak up some of it. There we go. Re-wet the brush because I'm going to try somebody else's face here in a minute. Who else? Looks like they need their face worked on a little bit. Again, if I feel like I got too much, what I do is I just go back down to the paper towel, dab a little bit more off, come back up and go over it. And if I still feel it's too much, I'll rinse the brush off, dry it off a little bit, and then come back, just kind of brush over it. And if that doesn't work, like on his, I do think I just messed it up a tad bit. I'll get the flesh color, make a wash out of it, and then glaze over his face, which is what I'm fixing to do. And that will usually cover up the previous glaze. If you do it right, it won't cover it up completely. It'll just kind of filter it and knock it down some, which is what I'm really wanting to do here. So again, sorry for the silence, but I'm concentrating here because this is no joke. Nope. Fuck. Yeah, I already fucked that up. Oh well, it's nothing I can't fix. Yeah, I overpainted the same eye. Which makes sense, 'cause a lot of times I turn the models upside down to do that part right there. I don't know why, it's always that one eye. I'll do one upside right and then I have to flip it upside down to do the other one. I think it has to do with my comfort, my hand motions. Okay. Don't mind me, I'm just trimming down my brush, which I don't normally recommend, but with this Raphael, there's a couple of hairs that would not listen. I almost need to get some more of the purple heat, because that was a pretty small droplet that I put out earlier. Dab off the excess. Come in here. Yeah, it cleaned up alright. I'm actually not going to try to do like an iris or pupils. I just gave it that white look, so, or the white dot, so they kind of stand out a little bit. I don't normally paint teeth white. I usually use an off color. Their teeth are so far back in there and so small that I think it'll work out good with these guys. When you paint lips, unless you're wanting a lipstick look, don't paint the top lip, just paint the bottom one. And then of course, like with these guys, I mean, they're medieval bandit dudes. They're not necessarily wearing makeup, so I guess they could be, depending on the personality you wanted to give them. Painting his lip there at the side of the brush because I didn't want to get it in there and paint it over the tooth. I think it worked out good. While I'm at it, I'm just going to paint this guy's hairs. What color do we want his hair? Do we want it blonde? Do we want it red? I think I'll go with kind of a dark brown. Because I do a lot of redheads. I don't know why. My wife's redheaded. My youngest boy's redheaded. But we're going to come in here and paint his whiskers. Very carefully, because he's just got a thin little beard there. I'll have to come back in and highlight it later. That'll be interesting. Trying to highlight it. And some hair poking out from his coif. He's got just a tad poking out there at the front too. And his eyebrows. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I'll probably do some more touch-ups after work, off camera. Afterwards, I'm probably going to continue touching them up. We're going to call it good for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bark on, puppies.